Feel the space. Know the space. Be the space.
Break a leg, don't you?
My son wrote front, he'd say the same thing. Actually, I think he and his wife just may be here tonight. A few moments ago, I heard a dog baying at the moon.
Now, daughter Barbara says she wants to come to the show.
I did leave her instructions on how to get to the theatre, but she said she couldn't find where I left them. So I told her to phone the Auto Club. And then she claims when she did, they didn't have a listing for Trent Bay. They had a trout river and a Trutch Lake, but no Trent Bay. And if for Pete's sake, the local Chamber of Commerce would send her a map. I don't know why she fusses so much all the time, do you?
And if she doesn't make it, then we'll be her loss, won't it? Because her mom and dad are terrific in this show.
I'll drink to that. Oops. I'll not say that too loud with Bill around.
Oh, you don't think he'd drink before going on opening night, do you?
Just to be on the safe side, I'd better go hide my bourbon.
Now, Giles, I told you I send a message just as soon as the facts about the paternity of Brenda's son arrives.
No results yet?
Nothing so far, but you have to remember that you had the test done in Trent Bay.
Oh, you're right. When I told them at the clinic that I was there about a paternity suit, they proceeded to tell me where I could buy a paternity suit with an extra pair of pants.
Yeah. So, if you are the father of Brenda's son, then that means your mother is a grandmother.
Yes, and a great-grandmother. Can't wait to tell her.
So if the message comes during the production tonight, I could give you a signal.
What kind of a signal?
A bird call?
What kind of bird?
Well, it's a British comedy. What about a tom tit?
What are you doing?
A tom tit.
Is this some sort of opening night ritual?
No, I need a signal to say that my paternity test result has come in.
How about a gunshot? There's a Stardust pistol back in the props room. 1 shot for positive, 2 for negative.
Well, hadn't we better warn the others?
Well, the message may not come in tonight, so maybe we better not give Bill one more thing to worry about. Right?
Brenda! Mary!
Giles, double married.
Can we forget our tiff?
It's forgotten.
Ted and your son Terry look very handsome tonight.
I understand your mother is coming to see the show. I look forward to meeting her.
Oh, I'm sure the feeling is mutual.
Giles, could you take some digital photos of me and Jack in your dressing room?
Well, I'm really not into that scene.
No, in our costumes.
Oh,
Is this the right costume? I'm so nervous I can't tell.
Is that a binder in your pocket? Or are you just excited about opening night?
What? Oh, yeah, it's right here. I'll put it out as soon as I go on stage, as we practiced.
And then once you get out a few of your lines, you'll be off to the races. So, which pocket is it in again?
Is what in? The binder, yeah, the notebook. Here, it's all good. It's all good, boss.
If I get through this show, it'll be a miracle. Does that clock look right to you?
Nope, I think it's fast.
No, I mean, is it in the right place? My mind's suddenly gone blank. I don't know if anything is anywhere where it's supposed to be. That poof!
Excuse me?
There! That poof! I'm sure it's supposed to be there!
That's much better.
Dan, there's a television crew at the stage door. They want an exclusive with you for the 11 o'clock news.
Television! We got television to come out and cover the opening! Yes! That'll show those SOBs. That'll show them they should never have fired me. Diana Michaels is back, baby!
How do I look? How are you supposed to look?
I'll talk this show up so much there'll be a line up down the block tomorrow waiting for the box office to open. Yes! Yeah.
It's almost time for my 5-minute call. I want to be standing in front of the mirror in my dressing room when the minion calls so that I can say, thank you.
Still not understanding much about what's going on with you guys.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the reopening of the Trent Bay Summer Playhouse. You are reminded that the use of anything that beeps or hums or lights up or plays appalling electronic music is not only prohibited, it is in very bad taste. And now you are in for a treat, for tonight, recreating their roles from that sparkling British comedy A Weekend Away, is the original cast that 30 years ago first graced this theater with their talent. In the role of Minty is Renda Barber. Playing the part of Anthea is Beth Kettering. Appearing as Alistair is Jack Kettering. Featured in the role of Bevan is Bill Lampson. The part of Freddie is played by Giles Stanhope. The character of Griselda is portrayed by Dory White. The role of Smurd will be played by Dan Michaels. And introducing as Archie, we present Ronald Hall.
Miss Williams, might I speak with Lord Gussie? Alistair, it's Anthea. Thought I'd motor down to Weston-super-Mare this weekend and see if Bevan has anything new in his antique shop. Can you amuse yourself by yourself, darling? Ta-ta.
Lady Gussie, it's Griselda Prothero. I am just calling to remind you that you are opening the village fete this weekend. I shall prepare the lodge for your arrival.
Minty might want to surprise her. Anthea's gone down the country to look at Bevan's old bits. I told her I have to go to Wales to visit our liquor factory. Has a leak. Why don't you and I slip down to the lodge this weekend for a bit of, how's your father?
Dear Griselda, could I pop down for the weekend? London is the drears right now. I'll be ever so quiet. You won't even know I'm there. Love from your cousin Minty.
Well, what's that you say, Anthea? A weekend away, at the lodge, with you and without your husband? How chocolate box for events and all that, what?
Hello, Archie. They played right into our hands. Lady Gussie just called to say that she'd be stopping by my shop. I told her I'd be in the vicinity of the lodge and that I'd meet her there instead. Now we don't have to break into the Percy Dowling painting to steal the lodge. This is going to be a perfect weekend away.
One wonders what other artifacts Lady Gussie will soon add to this lounge.
This oriental screen is rather smashing, isn't it? Araminta Bailey, you know, the Marchioness, I'm told, has enough chinoiserie to fill Darien Toms. I saw Araminta Bailey the other day. She was looking ever so smart in her Liberty print. For a Marchioness, she always looks so well turned out. I told my friend Trevor the other day that I'd seen the Marchioness, and he said, she lives in a bog. And I said, it's not really a bog. It's much more of a fen, actually.
Archie, we're alone.
Line.
Archie, we're alone.
Told you it would be a cup of tea. If under our suspicion when we're seen going in and out. His ladyship is opening the lodge this weekend. All right, Arch, bring in the fake.
Hilton!
Oh, wonderful. Uncanny. Someone's coming. Hide. Oh, no.
Got the ready.
I could have sworn I heard voices.
Well, the Pink Lady haunts this lodge, and anyone who's in it when she's walking about will be destined for a life of unfulfilled romance.
What nonsense. Romance only happens in penny dreadfuls.
Oh no, Miss Prothero. Romance can happen to any of us, and unfulfilled romance is like Lester Piggott without his horse.
Pink lady indeed. I've worked here many a year and I've seen no pink lady.
When she walks, she's clad only in her robe de nuit.
Really, Smurd, you are far too fervent for a dog's body. And just who left that French door open?
Ooh.
Right. I think the lodge is ready. Oh, the flowers for the whole table. Smurd, I will need you to get them down for me. They're on the top shelf in the potting shed.
Okay.
Why, just see what effect my negligee has on a man. Mitty, I will not have you exciting the outside help. Why are you here and not in my cottage? I was about to ask you the same question, cuz you're going to be in the way. I might possibly be in the way at your cottage, so I'll just stay here, shall I? I'll be ever so good. You won't even know I'm here. Here in the lodge? My, Mitty, I don't know what puts those ideas into your head. You in a lodge? My dear, you're from Milton Keynes. Now, I hope you've come prepared to roll up your sleeves and take care of whatever comes to hand. Rather. As well as our opening the lodge this weekend, we are preparing the manor for its opening next month. Soon trippers will be trotting chalk ices into the Axminster. What the present Lord Gussie was thinking, I'll never know. He opens his family home to the public and then has to spend the season. The season, mind. Ascot, Wimbledon, Henley, here in this poky lodge. Oh, it's hardly poky, cousin. And he must need the cash. The Gussie men can be rather foolish with their money. Oh, that picture's crooked. Pinty, this year Lady Gussie has said I may get a tour around the manor as well as directing cars in the car park. Ooh, well, give us a go then. Pretend like this is the manor and I'm on the tour. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Welcome to Fieldings Hall, the ancestral home of the Gussie family and the residence of the current Lord Gussie, a minor baronet. Fieldings was built at the end of the last century by a man who made his fortune with a merry widow. Not by marrying one, but by designing one. Gussie's gusset became the foundation garment for many English women, just like this. The long gallery highlights the first Lord Gussie's appreciation for the female form in its Juno-esque splendor. Stay as a group.
I thought the old cat would never leave.
Yeah, but you get a butcher's with that young cousin of hers.
The only female I am interested in this is the dear woman that hangs over the fireplace, captured in all her glory by noted portrait painter Percy Dowling. And on the international market, that picture will fetch it up for me to Capel and Company.
I've always preferred Skeggy.
Skegness, how archy. You've got to step to sci-fi, How about Boner or Beachyhead? When we sold this picture to our interested collector, we'll have sticky buns for tea for years to come.
Yeah, but what about when Lord and Lady Gussie arrived? Well, they noticed the picture's missing.
Oh, don't you see, that's why this stand's perfect. If it had been a break-in, the hue and cry would have gone up. But now that the busy season has started, it'll be months before either Lord or Lady Gussie would have noticed the picture's been switched.
Ah, good one, Governor. Now, what's this about the aforementioned Pink Lady?
That's just some tired old tale about a mistress of one of the former Gussies who was spurned and tossed aside.
Oh, when she rattles her chains and screeches and moans.
No, that's the current mistress who does that. They say that when the Pink Lady rolls, nothing can come of it.
Of what?
Or whatever you're up to.
Well, can't you give her the bum's rush?
I've heard you can throw things at her to drive her away.
Oh, maybe that'll work with my missus. Now, switch it. We'll just do it. Is that... Oh,
Well, that's the one. Again.
yeah, let's put it back in here.
Archie.
Yeah, Governor, this way.
My little Minty, it's me, the big bad wolf. She's not here yet. Pity. That picture's crooked. Now to unpack. I'll keep it here for when I take in the milk in the morning. Well, dear Minty won't have arrived because I hid the Bentley behind the boxwood. I know. I shall greet her as Adam once greeted Eve.
Anth, darling, that drive down, you're a demon with a double clutch. But right now my head is spinning. A martini is what I need.
Oh, yes, Freddie. A fast engine and a slow gin. What more could a girl ask for?
I say, I've never seen you so hearty and jolly. It's really rather awe-inspiring.
It's this country air. Now, I must fetch my treasures in from the car. I want to show them to Bevan. I think they may be the answer to my prayers.
I thought I was the answer to your prayers.
It's precisely because of you that I have to sell my precious statues. Did you know they were in the likeness of demi-nude muses?
I've always found a demi-nude amusing. But right now I'm gasping. Oh, do you think they might have vermouth in the village? Well, I'll just toddle off to the off-license, shall I?
have arrived. Soon we'll picnic right here on my rug. But first, I also put the... Oh, when she pulls aside the curtains, I'll lunge. She always likes that.
Bevan! Oh, good, you're here.
Aunt dear, you sounded anxious, almost bleeding on the phone, so I thought we should do it here rather than at my shop.
Bevan, I just had to see you.
I've never seen you so worked up before.
I am rather desperate. I had to show you these.
They're quite good.
I thought you'd like them. Thank you.
They're two of the best I've seen. Such good shape.
I take very good care of them. I won't let the butler touch them. And I can see that sometimes he's quite anxious too. He once remarked that they'd look rather nice on his whatnot. I wipe them down daily with silk cloth.
From now on, let me polish them.
Well, you can do one and I'll do the other. I've grown rather attached to them.
So have I. I've only just seen them. Oh, don't cover them up yet. Let's go out onto the terrace and I can view them in the daylight. I'm gleaming of something.
So, my wife is here. She's carrying on with her antique dealer. Well, two can play that game. By the by, I wonder where this dreadful painting came from.
Freddie, darling, I haven't forgotten about you. I just have to go and open a fete.
Oh, how terribly county.
Oh, Tutu, Lady of the Manor. The fete's held here every year in the grounds between the Spinney and the Ha-Ha. Once I've awarded the Gymkhana ribbons, I'll come back and we can begin our weekend. Oh. Splendid. Keep the powder dry.
A nod's as good as a wink. Now you're sure we're alone?
Oh yes, it's just you and me. And only this will come between us.
Ooh, I say, you look just like the legendary Pink Lady. See, I've been reading your guide.
Oh, a tiresome old tale. If you see her, just throw something at her, or so the story goes. Tonight, there's only room for one lady in pink. Once I settle the price of my statues with Bevan, he'll go back to his shop. And then it'll be just you and me and this lodge at our disposal.
Perhaps later I can pole you round the pond in the punt.
We're here after Griselda's had her Horlicks. Oh, Alistair must be here. I recognize his tartan. Oh, ye take the high road and I'll take the low. Oh, and look what Alistair's brought for me to wear. How ripping. Oh, but I must admit I do like my own negligee better. This one seems a little large.
The Pink Lady? And it's just as they said, only she's holding a pink robe in front of her. I'm blushing pink at the thought of it. Go away, Pink Lady. You won't... Oh, my
Good. Here's an apple that's better than the god probably being foolish in the folly. Well, just wait until my Mitty sees her Gussie in all his glory.
Governor, you still firing?
Sorry, old chap. I thought I saw that pink lady that everyone goes on about. I didn't want to take any chances with our plans going awry. Now we're all alone. We haven't got much time, but come and meet the girls. This is Terpsichore, and this is Calliope.
Oh, pleased to make your acquaintance, ladies. Governor, I never took you for someone so fond of the female form.
Anyway, you take one, and I'll take the other.
Hello, darling. She feels nice, a bit heavier than I thought.
I've got something in mind for this pair, but we mustn't let anyone see what we're up to. How about that window seat in the alcove? It's the perfect place to do it.
Oh, what's this? Oh, a little bit of nosh, and all the amps as well. Oh, yeah.
Egad! Not only does Bevan know my wife very well, but he and a mate have got the birds from the bush. And they're going to feed them my cucumber sandwiches. Huh.
I must say I was more than a bit surprised when I saw these. I never thought Auntie Agassi had much taste. After all, she had her start in 2 teams. But these two are enough to take my breath away. If I'm not mistaken, they are the 2 boudoir muses that once belonged to Queen Charlotte.
Ah, a bit of all right then, aren't they?
I doubt Anthea knows their true value.
You're thinking what I'm thinking?
Only if you're thinking about pinching these two as well as the Percy Howling painting.
With these two in that picture, I could move out of Mama's spare room once and for all.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, now where is that lady by paint?
Oh, it's up right here. She's gone.
We must find her.
Oh. Back in.
Oh, let me be your teddy bear. I don't want to be a tiger, 'cause tigers play too rough. I don't want to be a lion, 'cause lions aren't the kind you love enough. Just let me be. Ooh.
I say, somebody's been shopping for me at Harvey Nick's. That Anthea, always lavishing me with gifts. Well, perhaps I've got a surprise or two up my singlet for her. When she returns from the fete, her fate will be sealed. I say, that's rather good, what?
That was slow down a bit.
Please park the baby Austin next to the Ford Prefect.
Freddie Boyd!
Alistair, old Kip! What an awkward surprise! Debagged and all.
What are you doing here, Boyd?
Alistair, you've got me with my little peccadillo hanging out.
Explain yourself, Boyd. I know your sort. The women find you great fun. And the only women that are ever at this lodge are my wife and my housekeeper.
You've caught me out. That's it, your housekeeper.
Griselda.
Is that her name? Oh, yes, Griselda. Dear, dear Griselda.
I can't believe it.
Neither can I.
But how did you meet?
Well, I shouldn't like to say, but I'll think of something. Once, when I was at Fielding's, I saw her maneuvering her Hoover, and I was smitten. Alistair, I've had a passion for your housekeeper for quite some time. Unfortunately, you've caught us using your lodge as our love nest.
I shouldn't think this is quite proper.
Well, I assure you my intentions are honorable.
Dressed like that? Or did Griselda offer to press them for you?
Press what? Oh, my duds. Oh, gosh. They appear to have disappeared. I hope she is pressing them for me. Dear Griselda, always the housekeeper.
I will want my dressing gown back.
Oh, steady on, old chap. All I'm wearing is socks and my old school tie.
Did you make a habit of dressing like this?
Well, not as often as I'd like. Half a mo.
La, 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 yellow submarine. Lord Gussie! Oh, you gave me quite a start. I'm surprised to see you here.
There's no use for pretense, Griselda. You are, after all, just a woman. I'm just a man.
Oh, you mustn't underestimate yourself, Lord Gussie.
I will lay all my cards on the table. You have someone here with you of the male persuasion.
I do? Oh, you must mean Smurd.
Is that your pet name for him?
I am Miss Prothero, and he is simply Smurd.
Indeed.
He has been a great help to me.
Indeed.
Oh, yes, the things I can no longer do for myself, he can do them for me.
Really?
He's very obliging. He listens to my instructions and then does what he's told. Why, this morning we were hard at it here in the lounge. And then we moved to the potting shed.
Potting shed, you say?
He had to stand up on the counter and he didn't mind a bit. While he was up there, he showed me his begonias. Oh, he's very proud of them. He's won prizes.
Have they? Indeed.
Well, I thought you knew him.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I always like to take a boy from the village and teach him a thing or two here at the lodge. It's such good preparation for what may come their way later in life. As for Smurd, I just wish I could get those awful clothes off him.
Your wish may be granted. You know Mr. Boyne, I presume?
Of course she knows me, don't you, Griselda, darling?
What?
Griselda. Must say, I am surprised.
So am I.
Grizz, old trout, your Tanqueray over my olives? Bottoms up.
I feel I must sit down.
Ooh, sit down next to me here. I promise I won't bite. I may nibble, though. Ooh. Cigarette?
I don't smoke.
Oh, of course not. Silly me. Let me freshen your drink. Alistair, old pep, I'd really be much obliged if you'd slope off. Nobody likes a gooseberry. What's that?
That's my cue for a highly fling. Now I definitely need my dressing gown. Griselda, all I ask is that you confine your lovemaking to the main floor of the lodge. At all costs. Avoid the airing cupboard. Do I smell something burning?
My bubble and squeak. I was preparing it for her ladyship.
Miss Prothero! Miss Prothero, are you there? I was up at the fete. I was talking to the wife of the MP. She was having a port lemon at the fork and finger. And then Lady Anthea told me she had a few bits and bobs for the bringing by, and could I bring them down from the lodge? Oh, well, what about these then? Nice stick of herringbone? Oh, but they are a bit worn. I could just put them away for myself. Maybe I could wear them for a rubber bridge at the vicarage. Oh, so look at those. ever so nice. Oh, well, I'll just bring them along to the bringing by. And her ladyship did say she had some other things under the stairs. Oh, yes. A shooting stick. Many's the morning the Dowager Lady Gussie sat on this waiting for the hunt to pass. Stirrup cup in one hand and stable boy in the other.
Sir!
Oh, Lady Prothero, Miss Prothero. Oh, you gave me quite a start. You know, I think there's been someone in this room the whole time listening. The same thing happened to me the other day with Trixie Malvern, you know, the Countess. When she was walking her corgi in the copse, I said, Your Ladyship, I think someone's been watching the whole time. It quite rattled me, and even her Ladyship was a bit nonplussed, and she's not like that.
Just take what you want and leave. I am about to try my hand at a tryst, and I don't need an audience.
Oh! Certainly. Sorry, pardon me.
What I need is a guidebook. And some fortification. Oh. Scotch and soda. I've seen Cary Grant do this hundreds of times in the pictures. Ooh. Oh, Freddie! My mystery suitor. We'll gather lilacs in the spring again.
And walk together down a country lane. Griselda! I'm afraid I pulled a corker. I'm in my birthday suit, and it's not my birthday.
Oh, Lord! Someone's coming! Oh, we'd better run to ground. You stay where you are. I'll hide in the cupboard. Oh, hold that thought.
Oh, Freddie, those dreary people of fate. All tweeds and twinsets, and the women weren't much better. I instructed Smurd to come, drag some of the rubbish up from under the stairs and about the place. Freddie, what on earth?
And we've got to get out of here. I've gotten your housekeeper Tiddly. Then my trousers were pinched, and your husband's here, and how much was Bevan's offer?
Oh, not nearly high enough. I desperately need to pay that bill from Asprey's for that gold cigarette case that I bought you after our weekend in Luton. Oh, dear Luton, how well I remember the clock tower. But if my husband finds the bill for that cigarette case, my husband's here. Alistair, here, but he's supposed to be in Wales, mending a leak.
No, Alistair is here, and he has seen me. But not to worry, he thinks I'm carrying on with your housekeeper.
Oh, he's dimmer than I thought. Now I must think. I know. We'll wait until it's dark, and then we'll steal away. Can you carry those two statues I brought down here with me?
Well, not without my flannels.
Oh, I'll have to get you a pair of my husband's. I wonder, Freddie, how often you've heard that before.
Griselda! Lady Gussie! And the Pink Lady! Pink Lady, I won't let you put your curse on me, no. For I have been unfulfilled far too long. Get away!
Oh, Griselda! Hey, it's me, Freddie.
Freddie, why are you dressed like that? Oh, does this mean you want me to wear men's pajamas?
Dear Griselda, I'm afraid we're going to have to postpone our set 2 on the settee.
Where are my statues? Bevan said he would leave them here in the lounge. I said I'd consider his offer for 24 hours, and then he could come by and pick them up. But my statues, they're gone.
I am perfectly innocuous of all charges.
Anthea, sod your silly statues. We've got to find my flannels.
Oh, I'm rather handy with the needle and thread. Why don't you let me run you up a pair? Must measure your inside leg. Oh, don't leave.
I'm just going downstairs to check. I distinctly heard a noise. It's probably that damn silly Freddie Boyne and my old sexy housekeeper. With all these people about, I felt I could pull up short with a damn squib.
This way, Governor.
You find her?
Look, I found her in the drawing room.
We mustn't let her out of our sight this time. Remember, she was once considered a great beauty, and there are still those who can be dazzled by her décolletage.
Well, if that means what I think it means, I couldn't agree more.
Yes, let's put her in the back of the van, and nobody will find her there.
Well, what do you say, Ducky? Fancy a little spin with your old pal Arch?
So, Bevan and his spiv are entertaining yet another woman. Now they're going to introduce her to their equally depraved friends. The Struth, this lodge, is far too touch and go.
Help! Oh, she's awfully light on her feet.
I've never been one to rush my fences, but when opportunity knocks me up, I answer.
I can hardly wait to show my friend Trevor what I bought bringing by. A snip at 7 and 6. Mrs. Hunter Smythe stopped her damer and shouted out to me, "Don't you just love them to bits?" That's so like her. She could wear a headscarf with insouciance. The Pink Lady!
The Pink Lady!
Be gone, Pink Lady. I must be fulfilled this weekend.
Get out, you Medusa in Marabou. There are enough mad women in this house.
I have waited years for a go at a Gussie. Oh, it's the deck, they're firing.
And I was firing blanks. You win. He's not my son.
What an odd thing for the Pink Lady to say.
Alistair, where are you?
Anthea, this place is potty.
Oh, the Pink Lady. Oh, and anyone who sees her will be unfulfilled. Oh.
Alistair, I'm quivering all over. And there you are with that poker in your hand.
I'm not letting go of it until I get some satisfaction. Something's afoot. I just heard my wife's antique deal. I'm planning to go off with another woman.
What about that extra man you saw?
That's not my sort of thing, really. Besides, he's here to be a plaything for your cousin.
For Cousin Griselda? What could she possibly want with a man?
Oh, Freddie is no ordinary man.
Freddie? I think I saw him earlier. He seemed ever so taken with himself in his negligee.
Well, then he definitely won't be joining us.
Alistair, and that cousin of Griselda's. I always knew she was a fast piece.
Are these really necessary?
We don't want anyone to recognize us or see what we're about to do. They might not understand what it's like for two men to want something so desperately. Now, when I point them out to you, Archie, grab them in both hands, all right?
Oh, nice bit of herringbone. Do you mind if I slip out of these and into these?
Be my guest, I just want what I came for. But where are those statues? For some reason, we saw that gardener fellow carrying them here from the big house.
Oh, you are naughty. What about a nice game of sardines? Jiggers!
Be gone, pink spectre of unfulfilled romance. Tonight, I shall surrender to baser passions and finish off with a rousing chorus of "You've got lovely bunch coconuts."
Cousin Griselda! It's me, Cousin Minty. I heard noises coming from the lodge and I had to come and see if you were all right. There are some rather strange men about tonight.
The strangest one of the lot is mine. Now you just go back to what you were doing.
Yes.
Wait, that pink negligee. My Freddie has one just like that.
Really?
Hand it over.
Oh, cousin, really?
My Freddie must be wearing only a shy smile. Freddie, you're back in your trousers again, and now you're wearing a mask. Shall you continue to taunt and tease? So you brought along a chum, have you, Freddie? Hi-ho!
Anthea, stand and deliver.
Freddie, you're not in your rightful trousers.
Well, I no sooner had them off than some damn fool of an undergardener thought they were up for grabs.
Freddie, have you completely lost all morals?
Oh, Aunt, I've lost almost more than that. But we have to find a shortcut out of here.
Well, desertion is the better part of valor.
What about our romantic weekend on the four-poster?
But we'll try this again sometime.
Oh, I feel so unfulfilled.
You haven't got much time. I told that mad housekeeper woman that was chasing you to meet us in the maze. No, I've just had a bit of a shock. I just scraped up. These aren't rare statues of demi-nude muses. Look, scrape their bottoms.
Blackpool, 1937.
They represent you, the Pierrettes of the pier.
A couple of doxies.
And cheap ones at that. I'll just leave them here and Anthea will never notice they were missing.
Now, what about the real picture of the Lady Violet that's in our van?
We better put her back over the fireplace when everyone's gone. There's too much fuss here today. What an unfulfilling time we've had.
I think the coast is clear. Oh, look! They're my statues. Now, Freddie, we must drive like the wind.
What about our romantic little rendezvous?
Maybe some other time.
This has all been rather unfulfilling. What?
Have you seen an eligible man in a black mask? He and a friend were to amaze me in the maze.
No. All I've seen is the pink lady. And don't you say a word. She was standing there as plain as plain.
But I feel so...
Unfulfilled? Well, didn't I tell you? I mean, isn't that the curse of the pink lady? And I think she stole my statues. I mean,
There's been some really strange things going on here this afternoon, Miss Prothero. I'm going to have to talk to the Duchess of Westbury about it. She's a bit of a medium of sorts. I saw her at the point-to-point with my friend Trevor. He dropped her a bob curtsy and I gave her a gracious wave. She's got a really good seat, you know. She was there reining in her bay gelding, and she gave us a wave with her crop, shouted out, "What-ho!" and cleared a 6-bar gate.
Bevan, it's Anthea Gussie. Ever so sorry about the statues. I've got a paint portrait by Percy Dowling that you might be able to find a buyer for. It's hanging over the mantel in the lodge. Perhaps next weekend?
Lady Gussie, it's Griselda Prothero. I am just calling about the Hunt Ball next weekend. Shall you and Freddie Boyne be attending? I will make sure there's lots of gin and vermouth at the lodge. The rest, I shall leave to nature.
Minty, I've just gotten the all clear. So, meet me at the lodge next weekend? And this time, leave the pink negligee at home.
Cousin Grizz, it's me, Minty. I might pop down to the lodge for a bit of a rest this weekend. I'll be ever so good. You won't even know I'm there.
Hello, Archie, old cock. Bevan, I told Anthea I'd love to see her Percy Dowling next weekend. Pack up the van. This time we won't leave empty-handed.
Anthea, Freddie, the tryst at the lodge, you say? As long as there are no fates to open and no amorous housekeepers. Just you and me and a weekend away.
Wasn't I? I am natural.
Let's do this all again tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night and every night for the rest of the summer. And just wait till you see what I plan for next summer. And like I've always said,
Nobody does it like the original cast.
Thank you all so much for supporting community theatre. Of course, it takes all of us, and also it takes all of our production crew to put this together. So we'd like to give thanks, first of all, to Jim Clark and Jennifer Lally, somewhere back there at the directors. We have Tara Whelan, and we'll also have Andrew Cherry doing our lights for us. Everybody else who's been involved with the building of sets, painting of sets, backstage help, we thank you so much. And I just want to mention that this was our last show, but we have one more show next weekend on Saturday at noon. This is the South Island Zone Theatre Festival. That happens once a year, and there will be 5 productions happening over the May long weekend. So there's a poster outside. Take a look and see if you'd like to attend any of them. And it's a wonderful opportunity for all of us to show our wares and get adjudicated by Theatre BC. So thanks very much.
And thank you for coming. And just before we go, I know Jennifer mentioned this at the top of the show, but Greg, your play is wonderful. It's been a real pleasure for us to work with it. Congratulations.